Hi everyone, today we're talking about the stock market and my plan going forward through the stock market now. We have entered bear market territory, which is part of history. We are part of history right now, and this will be talked about for many years to come. You guys are invested. You can say that I'll be invested in the coronavirus crash, and we've had the end of the stock market, or the bull market, which was been with us for 9 years now. And I'm kind of happy that that's kind of come to an end, just because a lot of people will say like, oh, you've never been part of a bear market, you don't know what it's like. And all of us investors now can go and say, yep, we were part of the 2020 bear market. So I think it's good experience for you to have. And I think one of the things that's always used is, oh, I'm waiting for a crash, I'm waiting for a crash in the stock market. And we probably won't see that for a little bit now, because we've got the crash, and we're going to see who are the people that actually go out and go buy on them dips, after saying that they're going to buy when the stock market crashes. For how long have people been saying that? And now we've got it, and we'll see who's actually going out and buying some stocks in the stock market. Now, obviously, the stock market is down huge right now, and it has created some absolutely fantastic buying points in some companies. I think like a few weeks ago I was saying, look, the stock market's at fair value still. I still don't think it's undervalued, and now we've entered prices that are definitely undervalued prices, and there has been the stock market has been well sold off. It is massively sold off right now, and when we look at the stock market, when it sells off this fast, I'm expecting a bounce at some point. I just can't see it carrying on going down as aggressively it has right now. So at some point I think we will see a little bit of a bounce, but there is some fantastic opportunities out there in the stocks or stock market to buy some great companies. And when you think about in the long term, when we're buying some of these discounts, and you think, 2 to 5 years when we're investing in these companies, where's these companies going to be? We look at stocks like Disney. Like, I was looking at Disney the other day, and I have not bought Disney again since last week. I think I bought some more shares in Disney, but I look at Disney and like it's lost half its value. And yeah, sure, it's it shut some theme parks for a couple of weeks, but it's like they're being blown up or something. These theme parks are still there. They're going to be opening back up sometime soon, when the coronavirus passes, in 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it is. For the next 5-10 years, the theme parks are still going to be there. They're still going to be bringing out some fantastic movies. They're still going to have Disney Plus, and it's like, I don't understand what justifies such a big massive drop in some companies like this. So when you consider 2 to 5 years, where some of these companies are going to be, some of us are going to have some nice little bit of money made on some of these companies that are just dipping absolutely huge in share price right now. So my kind of plan right now after this crash is, obviously I'm buying companies, and like I said, I don't know long term where the stock market could be. Obviously I know the coronavirus probably will get worse from here, and we probably still have the effects for it for the next 3 to 6 months. And sure, that might keep stocks down a little bit right now, but when I start to plan 2 to 5 years down the line, I'm looking at companies and thinking, right, 2 to 5 years, where do I see this price being? And then when I look at companies like Microsoft, I'm like, right, it's lost 25% of its share price. This is a good opportunity to buy. In 2 years, I definitely see it, making 25% up. 5 years, I see it probably being double the share price of what it is right now. So I just seeing these opportunities in companies like this, and I'm seeing, where do I see these going? How do I see these growing? What is the money I'm going to make on some of these companies on this discount? And that's where I'm picking the companies up. And I bought 2 companies that I've not talked about yet. I might mention them towards the end of the video, but I kind of want to do a full video on them. But like companies like Disney, Microsoft, the companies that I'm looking at and going, opportunities here to make money, nice and easy money when I plan long term. It's going to recover, just like how all the other crashes, recessions that we've had. The stock market's recovered all them, and eventually it will recover the coronavirus. So I'm going to make money from that kind of view. Now, stocks wise, I want to first of all build my core stocks. So these are stocks that are massively discounted, and normally the stocks that I have a big dividend yield, because one of the biggest things about when there's a stock market crash, and one of the biggest bonuses that you do have, is that when the stock market crashes or comes down quite a lot, how it has done, we are presented with a lot of stocks that are offering like insane amount of dividend yield, and you can pretty much buy some of these stocks that are now at like dividend yields of 10% or even more. And if you buy at these prices, even with the stock price going up, you're still going to be getting a 10% dividend yield when it goes back up in long term wise. So it's a great opportunity to buy stocks with very high nice dividend yields, because one of the problems that we had only 2 months ago, is that we were buying a lot of companies that were dividend companies, and even the strong dividend companies were only like yielding 3%, and now we have the opportunity to buy them sort of same companies that have now shot up to like a 6% dividend yield. I was looking at Boeing earlier, and it's like 5.8% dividend yield. Wynn Resorts a 10% dividend yield. Carnival, that's like 11% dividend yield. And I know some people are going to come back on me on this video and be like, but there's potential for these dividends to get cut, and you know what, sure, they might cut them, in the worst case scenario, some might get decreased, but realistically, what did Carnival do after the recession, after cutting dividend? They put it back up again, and that's what will happen. So it's not going to be that bad, and it's not going to take too long for a lot of these companies to recover. I think there's so much fear priced in already to the market, so that shouldn't be something that we worry about too much. So like I said, I'm going to build my core up, build my dividend, build them companies that are now at historically low PEs. And I was looking at like Visa, for example, and their PE is now like the lowest they've been since 2017, I think it is. So there's some opportunities out there, and my core positions basically Facebook, Visa, and Microsoft. So those are the kind of like the three big positions I want to be building up. And then after building up my core positions, which are the three companies that I'll probably be buying most over like the next kind of few weeks, few months, is to build up my small additions and then dividend yields and growth companies that have come down absolutely huge that I wish I got into 12 months ago that I should have really bought. I'm going to take them opportunities to buy them stocks. So after I build up my core positions, I'm also going to pick some smaller positions up. So you'll hear me saying that I bought Microsoft, Disney and Visa quite a lot, but then every so often you'll hear me saying that I bought my Disney shares, I bought more Carnival shares. There's a new stock that I bought, but like I say, I don't want to mention it just yet. But that's what I'm kind of looking at, is how I'm building it up, is building them core positions, because I don't normally have that many opportunities to buy them free stocks, so I want to build them free up right now. So overall, that's kind of my plan right now, is building them core positions up, pick them small shares up in some of the other companies that I like. And like I say, I have bought 2 new stocks this week, so if you guys stayed all the way to the end, them 2 stocks that I did buy is that I did buy Visa earlier on this week, and also today, as of recording this video, about 2-3 hours ago, I did buy some shares in Boeing, and I will make a video about Boeing, because if you were checking my videos out, I did talk about Boeing on my last video, that Boeing was at a really interesting price, and there we are. It dropped another 15% today, and I was like, I can't wait any longer to get into this stock, and yeah, I did buy it. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it too much, because I'm going to make a video on it I'm going to record it straight after this one, and yeah, I'll upload it hopefully over the weekend, talking about the 2 companies that I bought, and I am currently planning on buying one more company on Friday at the open. I'm just going to think about it over the next few hours, but I might buy another company, and like I say, if I do buy it, I'll let you know. I'll make a video about it, as I will with my other 2 companies that I bought. But as always guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, I'll see you in the next video.